Here.
Trustee Williams, Trustee Schwartz, Trustee Schultz.
Here.
We have a quorum.
We have a
Wait,
quorum.
wait, you
What about
forgot?
me?
Trustee Marquardt.
Oh,
I
here.
apologize, sir.
Okay, now we have a quorum.
Yay.
All right, everybody please stand for
Plus
Pledge of
one.
Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Are there any citizens that wish to address the board tonight? I don't know. It's a holiday. Okay, proposed 2013 boards and commission calendar. When is the national championship game?
You know, I had all that, and it must be on my desk.
Well, you better go get it because I guarantee you I won't be here.
It's on Monday. That's I think. I'll be right back. I'm doing it the old-fashioned.
I hope. Did anybody look or?
He went to, he,
Oh, he means actually. He's going back.
I think he's going back. I mean,
Does he already have the teams? And
see, you're looking at on here, but that's that's,
I think,
the teams that are going to be
I think he's got Oregon and Alabama.
So did you find it? Oh, no. Okay. Well, there's bowl games on the 2nd and 3rd of January. And, oh, she even has the March
yeah.
Madness.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, NCAA, yeah.
And then there is Friday we will meet. Monday the 7th is the national championship.
That's what you had.
All right, so when are we meeting?
Well, there's 5 Tuesdays in January. One of them obviously is New Year's Day. So you could meet the 8th. And you could meet at the end of the month. Just FYI, I'm going to be gone the 15th and the 22nd. Not that that matters, but so you can meet the 8th and the 22nd, or the 8th and the 29th.
Or we can meet the 15th and the,
29th.
You'll be gone.
Hmm?
You're gonna be.
Yeah, I'll be gone, but I mean, it's up to the board if you guys want to meet.
Well, what if we meet the 8th and the 22nd, and then we're back on track? We have a break in there for a week, and then we meet the 5th of February and the 19th. So what if we move it to the 8th and the 22nd?
works
that-
for me.
For the month
Or
of
do you wanna make
January.
it- You're gonna be gone still.
I know you're
No,
going to
I'll
be
be
gone,
gone.
But
I'm hoping I'm going.
He
oh,
might.
okay.
Do you want to make that first one then the 9th, just in case you'd
in case.
fly?
Could go to
All right, how about
Wednesday.
the 9th and the 22nd then?
Okay. So 1/9 Wednesday,
And
and
then
then
the 20
Tuesday the
I know you're
22nd.
gone, but
Right. Okay.
Are there any other comments and questions on this one?
Well,
What
the
about,
other
yeah.
days, the first round of the NC2A is the 19th of March.
that's okay.
Does that matter to sports fans?
No, that's okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
the July one, I'd like to see that maybe the 9th and the 23rd. That way we're spread, we've got a week off between, or a couple weeks, but it it allows people to take that week of the 4th off, and maybe go out of town or whatever, so make July 9 and 23.
Okay,
Okay, so make it
July 9th. and the
7, 9, and 7, 23.
23, right.
Right. And then September,
You've moved it.
I'm good with the 3rd, I'm good with the day after, but if somebody wants to,
So, you usually, Mayor, do you want to change the September to the 4th? Which would be a Wednesday?
yeah,
Okay. So 9/4, is that okay with, okay.
Sure.
Wednesday, 9/4. Okay, any other days that you see? Election day is on the 9th of April, so that doesn't conflict. So the changes we have, excuse me, would be 1/9, 1/22 for the month of January, and then in July, change to 7/9 and 7/23, and then change to Wednesday, September 4th, so it's 2 days after Labor Day. So those are the changes then?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll put that together.
okay. Is everybody good on the rest of these dates?
yep.
All right. Okay. All right, next is the YMCA status.
Okay, just to let you know, we've got the appraisal and all the documents, as I mentioned before. We just got the final copy today. And they're negotiating the sales contract, and they're just about there. I hear about 4 o'clock this afternoon, so they're still working on some of the credit issues. Credit against improvements, maintenance improvements to the facility. So that's where that's at. Then should I go to the liaison meeting? Trustee Williams isn't here tonight, but we could talk about, I guess, Mayor, I'll talk to Trustee Williams about when she's available. Do you want to try to do this sometime in December?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll work on a date. And then, what does everyone feel? Because kind of, you don't have it in front of you, but I printed the agenda. This was again scheduled for last week, but it was, or 2 weeks ago, preempted by the Y. Do you want to do this as a committee of the whole? Because there's quite a few issues here, and I think it involved a number of you. So we'll try to set one up for maybe perhaps like the second week of December on a Tuesday. Would that work? That would be, check that. What is it? The 11th? Okay. Yeah, the 11th.
Is also that luncheon, but that doesn't
Yeah.
make any difference.
Okay, so maybe I'll have Lynn see if the stakeholders are available for the 11th and see if that works. So, okay, thank you.
Okay. Next is the omnibus vote agenda. Is there a motion to approve items A through K?
So made.
Second?
Motion is second. Comments, questions, or items to be pulled? If none, roll call, please.
Trustee Williams, Trustee Hebda,
Aye.
Trustee Cook,
Aye.
Trustee Markwart,
Aye.
Trustee Schultz,
Aye.
Trustee Schwartz.
For the record, I'd vote aye. Okay, next item is unfinished business. approval of Kemper voucher list of bills dated November 20th, 2012, in the amount of $10,245.42.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Comments or questions? If none, roll call, please.
Trustee Hebda?
Aye.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
Trustee Markwart?
Aye.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
Then I'd vote aye for the record. B is approval of village board minutes of November 7th, 2012. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
Trustee Markwart?
Aye.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
Trustee Schwartz? Trustee Williams? Trustee Hebda?
Aye.
Mayor Byrne?
Aye. Motion carries. Okay, next is approval of special village board meeting of November 13th, 2012.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Comments, questions, corrections? If none, roll call.
Trustee Markwart?
Aye.
Trustee Schultz?
Aye.
Trustee Schwartz? Trustee Williams? Trustee Hebda?
Abstain.
Trustee Cook?
Aye.
All right, and
Mayor Byrne.
I'd vote aye for the record, okay? Motion carries. D, approval and passage of resolution 2012-177, a resolution granting approval to operate an outdoor merchandise display and sales establishment for Michaels located at 701 North Milwaukee Avenue. Is there a motion to approve? Is there a motion to approve? Okay, Trustee Cook, is there a question on this?
Well, the one thing I would like to see if we
You
can
can come
make,
up, yeah.
if we can see if we can make sure, I went out there to take a look today, and there's one thing missing from the drawing, and that is that those, as you're going on the sidewalk going what would be north, to the right there from your front door, there are the columns for the building
Okay,
bump out quite a ways into the sidewalk
okay.
at the points where you have those. So I would think that,
We just move them move
Yeah,
away.
you
I'm
have
more
to-
interested more in the middle part where it's really wide, just put
Yeah.
like 4 on each side.
yeah, if you could keep the area where those,
Yeah,
you know, the bases are to those columns, if you keep that part open,
yeah, no problem.
and then I don't have a problem with it. But it's not, you wouldn't have a clear sidewalk all the way across if they were right opposite those big columns.
Okay, no problems.
But other than that, it looks fine.
That was mine.
Okay, Trustee Hebda.
Unfortunately, I have a problem with this. I don't like the appearance of all of that merchandising out on the sidewalk. I think it's just, it's unsightly. I realize what you're trying to do, but I think you've got enough room maybe within the interior of your store that you need to try and place that there, because it feels like you're enclosed and all you're doing is walking through baskets and flowers. And I shop your store many times. I really think that it's obtrusive to the people that are trying to walk around that whole shopping plaza, and it just kind of depletes from the character of what we're trying to do here. So I don't want to have it. I really feel that it needs to be placed in the interior of the store. I know you've done it before, the other store, but maybe because of the walkway, you've got it on both sides, you've got it on the other side against the wall, and it just really isn't very eye appealing or curb appealing, so.
We could definitely neaten it up. I got a new merchandise manager starting, so it would definitely be very seasonal, it'd be really clean. I've been working for Michaels for 15 years. This is the first time I ever had to apply for a permit for it.
Right.
Being that, you know, it is under question that we could definitely keep it much cleaner and much neater, so it wouldn't create as much of an eyesore.
Would you be willing to, if it cut back a little of the stuff, because the
I mean,
the
it's just,
stuff
you got
along the
1,
building,
2, 3, 4,
Right.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12
We could cut it
areas.
down to
the
8.
stuff along the building,
I don't like the
You
stuff
really
going
don't-
into
I
the
know, that's what I'm
entrance.
saying.
That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like, I feel like it's just out there in the middle, with wind, with whatever. I'm hoping that this is clear enough that people going around your store to Discovery or the Carter store can get there as well. But this whole area it's too much. At least when you were up at the other store, you just had it on the one
Yeah.
side. That wasn't so bad, but this is just way over the top.
well, that's why what I was gonna say is the stuff along the wall that you were talking about, along the wall
The
of the
wall there,
building.
the storefront.
really isn't
Compromise.
visible from the parking lot.
Right, no, it
Because of
isn't.
the landscaping in the boxes along the front. So maybe if the stuff on the
Compromise is to
sidewalk
do the
coming in,
sidewalk.
Lessen
Yeah.
it? Have them lessen the amount of, I mean, don't put it on the outer sides of it, keep it towards the middle,
The door.
I don't know.
Trustee Schultz.
I'm the guy who called Commissioner Atkinson when I was standing by Five Guys. You can't get any further away, and said, what the heck is going on down there? You could see it from all over. I don't like it. I'm a no. There's, merchandise should be inside the store. So no matter what, if they come up with a compromise and you get all of these folks to vote for it, that's fine, but I'm a no, pure and simple.
Okay, is there a motion to approve?
as drawn, or
I guess as modified. But what is the actual, is
Yeah,
staff
that's-
clear on what's is asking to be modified?
Well, if I understood the board correctly, you'd be willing to consider bins placed adjacent to the building, but not on each side of the sidewalk leading from the drive aisle to the building. So,
I don't like it. I just really don't like it. I don't know that it's necessary. You have a huge store in there, and I think you need to work within the realm of what you've got with the building. You're not a grocery store, you're a craft store, and I just really feel that it's appropriate to have those items inside. So I'm gonna say no. No compromise from this chair.
Okay,
Mike, where are you at?
I don't mind if it's lessened, I mean, that you don't put it on either side, have a little in the front. My thought too is the 5-finger discount is what I
I mean,
thought.
if you wanna table this till other two board members are here and bring it back and talk to them, there may be a difference of opinion between the other two board members that are
Yeah, I
missing
think
tonight.
there's- yeah.
well, I don't think you gotta go to that extent.
Yeah.
What do you
the-
see the corrections? What are you hearing?
what I'm hearing from the board is, and I think tabling it is,
I'm hearing two people just don't like it.
don't like it at all.
And I'm hearing two more don't like it the way it is. So, okay.
Eliminating the stuff on the entranceway and just putting things along the building, I'll make a motion to approve that.
Okay, there's a motion, is there a second?
I'd second.
And may I ask, limited to how many bins total? I think 4 were shown on the plan.
Well, if we're requiring it to be along the building and reducing it from 12 to 4, that's actually a pretty long frontage there of that building.
It is, it's like 55, 60 feet. But,
Yeah.
but the biggest problem is that nobody shops across that front. So we really could, putting it all the way across really doesn't do much good, so it's better to keep most of it. Like I said, I've been with Michael's for 15 years. I've been with 8 different stores. We've always had a sidewalk, and I know, from the aesthetic side, I understand what you're coming from, but I've never had to apply for a permit, or I've never had anything like this before, so it's my first time here, so.
So you were in other towns?
Oh, yeah, I've worked.
Yeah, okay, well, welcome to
6 or 8,
Vernon Hills.
yeah.
You gotta apply
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
okay?
yes.
All right, okay.
However you want to do it, it's,
I mean, can you do anything in the interior of your foyer area? I mean, you've got that huge foyer area when you walk in. Is that a possibility? So you keep it within the parameters inside the store?
the
Or is that-
foyer is basically all carts, basically.
Okay,
All right, we got a motion and a second. Is that correct?
yeah.
We do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, roll call.
Trustee Schultz,
No,
Trustee Schwartz, Trustee Williams, Trustee Hebda,
No,
Trustee Cook,
Aye.
Trustee Markwart.
Aye.
We have 2-2 right now. Mayor Byrne?
No.
Okay.
No, it's a
Motion,
no to anything outside.
thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, motion carries. All right, next is,
motion does not
Motion
carry.
oh, yeah, the motion
Failed.
failed, that's right. Motion failed. All right, next is, any new business or communication come before the board?
Light show?
Tree lighting?
Tree lighting, light
Tree
show?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we could announce the tree
Yeah, tree
lighting
lighting.
is, about
Right.
4:35, about 5 o'clock
No.
at the golf course.
That's a little later than that. Earlier.
earlier.
If you can get to the golf course, 3:30.
And have
About 4
hot
o'clock.
cocoa and cookies and.
This is at the 9-hole, the municipal golf course.
On
Just across the
Saturday.
street from, the village hall where we're at.
Right.
And it'll not only be a tree lighting ceremony, it'll be a menorah lighting ceremony too.
Right.
And there will be cookies and hot chocolate.
And Santa.
And
And
Santa, yeah, and the Queens.
Right.
The Queens, and then, of course, the Holiday Light Show opens on this Friday at the Cuneo Museum and Gardens. And that runs for weeks. Runs for
Through the
what,
end
about
of
6
December.
weeks?
31st.
December 31st, New Year's Eve.
Okay,
It's the last day.
so it runs for a good 5+ weeks.
Right.
The only day it's closed is Christmas Day?
Christmas Day,
And Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, okay.
Okay, all right, fine.
Don't forget to buy your light show license plates also.
Right.
Light show license plates,
There you go.
which gets you in what?
As much as you
As
want.
much as you want.
You can go every day.
If you
you'd
get
like.
these license plates, you could go there all the time.
And the amount,
$35.
$35 for 5 weeks, right?
Unlimited.
unlimited.
Yeah, but I mean, the plate's good for 5 weeks.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, my wife's got a set. Okay, trustee Cook.
Mike, can you refresh my memory, because last Tuesday was a special meeting, did I mention the symposium or not?
No.
Because I didn't think so.
No,
The week
I just wanted to,
meeting
thank Vernon Hills High School and all the people that got together, Robert Crown and Congressman Dole's office and Sheriff Kern, and the list was a rather long list. Our chief was there, and chiefs from several other districts and or several other towns, and it was I think it was a good start. Chief, you were there. I mean, it was well attended. It was a symposium on the fact that heroin is now just a major problem in the suburbs, and we've had, some serious problems with it in this town in the last year and a half, and I think, like I said, I think this was a good first step in the right direction, and the people from Robert Crown have an outstanding program, and it sounded like, from what everybody was saying that night, that this is something that's going to move forward. I'd like to maybe see if we could do something with our cable show or that to, they do have testimonials, and there's a group started on Facebook from some people here in town. I'd also like to see if we could maybe put it on an agenda item for later on. Have Lauren Hanson is very involved in it, and I could get her to come to a meeting or that and talk about it, because we got to keep publicizing it. We got to keep working on it. And again, thanks to Vernon Hills High School for hosting it, and it was nice to finally see a big turnout for this kind of an event. And like I say, I hope we're starting to head in the right direction. And Chief, thanks for your help on getting that organized.
Yeah, no problem. As Trustee Cook mentioned, I think the last symposium that was held in the spring, there were 6 people outside of staff that were there.
Yeah.
And I would estimate the group this time to be somewhere between 250 and 300. It was pretty close to half full. And also, as Trustee Cook said, this was a good start, but we didn't go far enough. We really need to stay on top of this.
Are they going to broadcast the event, or?
That was asked, and I don't think they ever gave a definitive answer.
I mean,
Because somebody said that,
Wouldn't
I
it
know
be
it was
a benefit?
recorded.
well, we asked for a copy of the presentation, I understand. I'm not sure if Mike received that or not, but I'll follow.
well, Mike, you have to follow up.
He's not
on
here
it.
tonight,
All right, fine.
but I'll send him an email.
Okay.
And if we can, it would be good, because a couple of the speakers, especially the one lady who was a parent of a recovering addict, and the one young man who was a recovering addict, were very powerful speakers. It hit home to a lot of people.
Good. Okay. Any other new business or communication? Is there a motion? We're not going to need to recess to come back, do we? Are
Correct.
we going into closed session today? as
For
well?
personnel, yes,
Okay.
just personnel.
But we don't.
And we don't
come
need
back
to
out.
return, correct.
All right, is there a motion to adjourn the board meeting, go into committee of the whole?
Second?
Motion is second. Roll call, please.
Trustee Schwartz, Trustee Williams, Trustee Hebda,
Aye.
Trustee Cook,
Aye.
Trustee Markwart,
Aye.
Trustee Schultz.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, I'd like to call the committee of the whole meeting to order. First item is approval of the committee of the whole minutes of November 7th, 2011.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Motion is second. Comments or questions, corrections? If none, roll call.
Trustee Williams, Trustee Hebda,
Aye.
Trustee Cook,
Aye.
Trustee Markwart,
Aye.
Trustee Schultz,
Aye.
Trustee Schwartz, Mayor Byrne.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay, Kinsey's pulled, right?
Correct.
Okay, Swalco proposed increase in annual operations and maintenance.
Thank you. The Swelco is requesting input from the various community representatives. Essentially, they're looking to work through their budget for the coming calendar year. What their proposal is to help balance the budget. From $1 to $1.25 per household increase comes to roughly $2,550, and they would need 31 members to approve it, which is 75% of the overall community representative communities. So there is information in your board packet. Wanted to ask the board what their desires are to move it forward, and share that information with Swelco at their November 29th meeting. I know Swelco has done a lot of good when we met with, for our franchise agreement, working with Veolia, saving us some money by giving us comparables with other contracts of that same time. They do a lot of good in terms of recycling, and also in terms of trying to get us some money for that recycling. So staff's recommendation is to approve that 25-cent per household request.
Trustee Schultz.
After about 20 years, I finally attacked my garage over the past couple of weekends and cleaned it, painted it, and added some cabinets. And as I was going through, I found 7 gallons of antifreeze. From my younger days when I would work on cars, which I haven't done in a long time. So they had their little event a few weeks ago and in Mundelein, and I was able to get rid of that, and along with oil and starter fluid and all kinds of stuff that was in my garage that is hazardous materials. And so they run these things and a number of other things, and they're quite an invaluable asset in my opinion. So therefore, I'm good to go with this. I have no problem giving them an increase so they can continue their programs.
Okay. Well, and this will go on what, the refuge bill?
This,
No, this would just be part of the budget.
General-
Budget, this
Our
would be
budget.
part of the
It was
meeting.
part of our budget. Okay, and that's per residence?
per household, 25 cents.
For the purpose of your meeting, would you like a
Do you need a
motion?
motion, Dave?
Please.
Motion to approve up to $1.25 increase per household?
No, up.
25 cent
25
increase.
cents, up to
Yeah, don't, yeah.
$1.25 from the current $1.
Second.
Motion is second. Comments or questions? Yeah, I just have one. I mean, how many households are we talking 7,000 or?
It's,
10,000.
10,206.
That's what we
Thank
got
you.
in town now?
Yep. 4,106.
Single family and multifamily.
And multifamily.
Okay.
6,042 multi.
All right, so that'll equate out to
About 2,500.
20,
A little.
2,005.
2,500 increase. Yeah, okay.
Right.
So 12,005 or it's a
Uh,
13,000.
So the increase would be $2,552 based on last census.
Okay, all right. There's a motion and a second.
Yes, sir.
Roll call.
Trustee Hebda,
Aye.
Trustee Cook,
Aye.
Trustee Markwart,
aye,
Trustee Schultz,
Aye.
Trustee Schwartz, Trustee Williams. Mayor Byrne.
For the record, I'd vote aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Yeah. What, I mean, do they, Dave, what do they show as far as monies that come back to what, Swelco from any of the recycling projects?
I think the last payout we looked at was including their amount, and I don't know what the percentage of what they get compared to us. It was like $6,500
Per a year?
Yeah,
That is
they're
quarterly.
multiple times a year, right, Larry?
Yeah,
Like,
I've got it
is
here.
it
It's-
quarterly?
it's quarterly. They didn't give me a breakdown in terms of what percent they retain and what comes to us, but the overall dollar amount is,
Our village gets 6,000 a year?
You know, we've seen a lot of volatility. I haven't looked at it recently, but we were, for a number of years, going around at like 2,000. And then I think we picked up to around a high of about 40,000 one year. I'm not sure where we are this year. I haven't looked, but there's been a lot of volatility in that revenue source.
Right. Okay, but, so you don't know what Swelco that they
I don't
get?
know what percent that they hold on to of that dollar amount. I
Well, you
don't
know
have
what
it
the
in front of
total dollar amount is for all the participating communities?
Yes, it is total monthly rebate due to Swelco and members was $55,000.
So that's what came in and, or is that what was actually distributed?
That's the rebate due to us, and then it's distributed from there. That was for July. August was 38,000. September, like Larry said, a lot of volatility, dropped down to 26,000. So the quarter was 118,000 for Swelco and its members, and it's distributed from there based on how much you recycle.
Okay. All right, so, motion carried, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Next is Summer Celebration 2013 budget.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor. We started discussions about entertainment, and kind of the overview is we're talking about a band, a lower cost local band for Thursday, as we normally do with fireworks that night. Then Friday, having an opener and headliner, and we don't have the contracts done, but Mike and Joe again on Friday, they seem to be very popular. And then I think it's another band that does 80s music for an opener. And then Saturday, they've been exploring several bands, haven't really locked into one yet, and that's a little more expensive. And then Sunday, we talked about something different, maybe doing family-oriented entertainment in the afternoon and into the evening, have a DJ, and would not have live music on Sunday. Because the crowd is pretty thinned out. People have had 3 days of festival. Sunday night, you got to go to work the next day, all that kind of good stuff. And then they'd wrap up the event like 6 or 7 o'clock on Sunday night, as opposed to 8 or 9 o'clock as it is last few years. So that was kind of thinking. So going back, you could see the numbers from previous, this year it was 53.5. 11 and 10, we really throttled it back from previous years. It was 42.3 and 11, and in 10 it was 37.5. So they'd like to try to find a national headliner for Saturday night and ramp it up, because over the last couple of years we got comments about, and we've set the, how should I say, the bar kind of high in the past, where we had national headliners on Friday and Saturday night. So with that in mind, we're talking about a budget of 52 to 57,000. Larry's got some overall numbers for the event. And again, I think as you all know, the idea was never to make money, as some people think, or even really to break even. When you count the overtime of police and public works in it, it's really a community event, and it's a event also to promote our community. So, anyway, so the committee's asking for between 52 and 57, and we'll know soon, probably by early January, if not by the end of December, what kind of band and the cost we'll have. And tonight you approved the production.
And who do we have on Thursday for fireworks?
I'm sorry, what band on
Yeah, the
Thursday?
opening night.
Well, they haven't locked someone in. Trustee Schwartz, actually, Trustee Cook and Trustee Schwartz suggested a band, and one of those bands could be Thursday night. We tried to contact the one band, and the other band Trustee Cook mentioned, we could do that as Thursday or have them as an opener on Saturday, perhaps.
Yeah, okay.
So,
All right.
and what we, as you know, as we always do, we need to know a range of numbers so that we can
Yeah.
lock in on some headliner.
Okay, so the request is for 53,000.
Right.
What is it?
50
Well, 57 would be the high end,
Do I
52
have to
would
go
be.
back to the transmittal? For,
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's in the summer celebration. I got a little paragraph on
You
it
do?
and the numbers. It's
yeah.
on page 4 of 4,
Well,
under summary.
of our packet.
7, page,
What
seven-
page?
page 7.
While you're looking, how does everyone feel about Sunday? Do you have a reaction to that?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think you were that busy on.
Well,
the
not
Sunday.
having a band Sunday, would that reduce the total for entertainment, or are you talking about
Well-
moving what you would save there
Correct.
to the?
Yeah, because that was usually like anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. That wasn't a lot of money. I mean, there were some years, a couple years ago, maybe you spent $300 or $3,500, and unfortunately,
What time are we starting on Sunday? 7?
uh,
As a rule? What if?
no, the carnival's open.
No,
in-
at noon, I know that.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
saying the music. Is that what time it started, at 7?
No, it started at 6 on Sundays.
Did it?
Yeah, it started early
I
on
think it did
Sundays, yeah.
7 or 6?
6.
Six.
I think it is.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it started earlier on Sundays. And I mean, the one time, I think
So
last
we actually close it at what time then?
probably, well, they talked about 6 or 7 o'clock this
Yeah.
year. Because again, as you've all noted, the crowd really thins out, at 6, 7 o'clock at night.
Right.
And the vendors the food vendors want to leave, and some of them are even starting to close up and things like that. So maybe
Yeah, okay.
makes sense to,
No, we can only try.
yeah. What's your thoughts on this budget? Again, it's looking at a band that's relatively expensive for Saturday night. Probably a $35,000 band, something like that. Trying to get one. And it might go lower than that. There's one that we're looking at that's probably about 20, so it could be that low. I'm waiting for Trustee Schultz to say something, but he's not going to. Okay.
All right,
Bunny cake,
And I'll,
is there a motion to
approve
approve up to
57,000.
57,000?
I'll make the motion to approve up to 57,000, and I like your concept of Sunday. I do.
Okay, there's a motion, is there a second? Is there a second, Mike?
Mike.
Trustee Markwart? Okay. If there's no further comments or questions, roll call.
Trustee Cook,
Aye.
Trustee Markwart,
Aye.
Trustee Schultz,
Aye.
Trustee Schwartz, Trustee Williams, Trustee Hebda,
Aye.
Mayor Byrne.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay. The next item is, we're gonna go into closed session to discuss personnel and personnel only.
Correct.
All right, is there a motion to adjourn the committee of the whole and go into closed session for
So moved.
personnel?
So moved.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Markwart.
Aye.
Trustee Schultz.
Aye.
Trustee Schwartz. Trustee Williams. Trustee Hebda.
Aye.
Trustee Cook.
Aye?
Mayor Byrne.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you and good night. Man.
Kevin, seriously, you're more than welcome to go if you want.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
Whatever, it's up to, I mean, it's,